Thanks very much for tuning back in. So I just thought I'd start quickly on the balcony, and then we'll work down to the back garden because I am going to do a couple of harvested potatoes to see what they're like. Have not dug a little bit to see if the potatoes are ready. I know I planted a few early, so maybe those ones are ready. They look like they're dying off, but we'll get to that in a bit anyway. I am happy to announce that the strawberries look like they're bouncing back. We are getting flowers, we are getting strawberries appearing, we are getting the runners working in here. So as we can see, we are getting roots at the bottom of this guy here, so we know that it's working. So we just basically dig a little hole, usually the best way I find, dig a little hole just to let them kind of sit in there and keep on developing the roots. And we've got another one there that's going to be doing the same, and then that one should be done. So I like to have 3 strawberries per plot in here. As you can see down here, I've got a big one there, and going to have another 2 there. So that little one on the right is going to be the one on the far side, and that one there is going to be the one in the middle. We might have something similar here. So here we've got one that hopefully I can loop around. If not, I'll figure out how to do it. I will be picking this out, hence why I've got the glove on. I'm going to take these out. As you can see, leaves are gone. This morning found 2 nice big caterpillars, which I've launched over there for the birds to eat. The moths, so I know they can be beneficial, but not in my garden, no thank you. So we've got the lime here. Lime is doing pretty well. The soil is fairly good. Jalapeno, I've harvested quite a few, so happy with that so far. And peanuts are looking nice and healthy with the coriander there as well. Coriander is looking really healthy. I think it works well in the shade here. Haven't started sowing anything here yet, so that will be carrots. Hopefully that works well, but I do need to start harvesting some of these beans, it looks like. So these soybeans have been doing pretty good. And then I need to cut back these sweet potatoes here. And looks like this watermelon is going to be a mini watermelon because it looks like it's almost finished. I think a lot of it is due to not watering enough because of this guy, but we've started watering more often now. I do need to fill that up more often. Yeah, we'll take it from there. And then right here, this will be getting transplanted in here. We'll get a few tomatoes before the end of the season there. And once I've emptied this out, that broccoli, I'll be looking to put it in there. So first things first, let's have a look. Nothing really going on here. It's not worth keeping this around, not worth keeping anything around. And as we can see, there's another caterpillar right there. I did not notice that because it blended in nice. So not nice for me, but I don't have my car down there at the moment. So that just goes over the side, and I will be putting it into the it's not organics, it's the plant matter bag. We've got these the paper bags that we use for it. So sorry, Mr. Caterpillar, you're going down there. Hopefully you'll be food for a bird or something, because I don't think you're going to make it otherwise. And I don't see any there, so that makes a total of 4 caterpillars that we've had up here so far. So not good. Not happy with that at all. So yeah, essentially just need to get all of this off. And the reason why I was looking at the roots, oh, we've got a carrot. I did not know we had a carrot there. That's a nice surprise. So that's a carrot from last year. Unfortunately that's done now, so I will get that to my son. He will enjoy eating that. Yeah, so this is meant to be fennel. Obviously we're not getting any proper roots from it. The ones downstairs, hopefully we might. So yeah, that's a nice surprise that it kind of blended in there, the carrot. But yeah, and these aren't going to be carrots or anything. These are just going to be weeds. Need to take out all of the metal that we used there to tie things down. And again, just get everything over the side. And I will be trimming these back and actually using the leaves in salads. So that's going to be something that is useful for us. And that carrot is going to be pretty useful, so my son will be happy to eat that soon. And then these are just wheat from the fertilizer. Fertilizer that I buy usually has quite a bit of that in there. So now that's empty, we will be putting the broccoli in there. Won't be doing it now, don't want to kill it. And I will be taking this down to my son and let them eat that as a snack. So that was the quick tour here and a quick harvest. That is empty, that is ready to use. Let's go down to the back garden. Won't really be doing a full tour, but I will be showing you not the airplanes that are flying overhead, which you can more than likely hear, but I will be showing you the potatoes harvest. So I'll see you that. Thank you very much, Mr. Airplane, if you can hear that on the microphone. Yeah, I'll see you in the back garden. Okay, so welcome down to the garden, and we're right at the spot where I'm going to be working, and that is going to be, so I've got my little tray here for the potatoes. I can leave it on there now. That can be used as storage for the moment. It's not being used for anything else. But this potato plant died back pretty early on. I think it was getting attacked. Actually, I don't even think that one doesn't have any roots, so it's this one that has the tubers. So this one's completely done. It doesn't have anything growing out of there. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get, can't even get anything out of it. So I will have to sort of dig around, and I can see the first one of many tiny potatoes likely. So luckily it's those red ones, which I've got plenty of, but as we can see here, the tuber has completely died back. So that can go in my little pile here for the moment until I get some time to work on everything. So essentially it's going to be a lot of manual work. I'm going to be finding lots of lumps that I go, hey, is that a potato? And chances are, most of the time, it'll just be lumps of compost like that. But every now and then, we seem to be finding little nuggets. So that's a decent little potato, better than the tiny potato that we got there. We might find a few little potatoes around, but hopefully at some point, I don't think I can, but hopefully at some point I could actually lift this bag out, because I don't think I've got the space to do this work. That's the problem. I wanted to empty everything out there. So give me 2 moments. I'll be right back when I've used both hands, because right now I am using one hand for the camera. So that isn't good. Maybe actually, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. With both hands, I managed to get the bag out, and in doing so, as we can see, here's the tuber connected to a potato there. Just take that tuber off, make sure it's done. It's a tiny one, so I managed to find this one as I poured things out to get started here. But as you can see right now, I'm not really getting too much. Oh, decent sized one there, and I'm looking right here, I'm seeing another decent sized one there. So not a bad little harvest, considering these bags are just a little experiment this year, and I did actually start them early. So again, we can see these little tiny ones which aren't of any use to anyone, but you know what, this is a nice big potato. Ooh, yeah, love some of that, thank you very much. Hopefully we get a few more of those. And tactic I'm going to do here, I'm just going to break up the soil, because I want to use this afterwards. Little tiny thing there. I want to use this afterwards for more, maybe sweet potatoes. I don't know, I'm not too sure. Oh, I was just lifting the bag up, and another tiny potato came out. So yeah, I'm thinking sweet potatoes might be the best option. I'm just holding the bag at the same time as I'm holding the camera, so the camera's going to be a bit wonky. It's going to shake because yeah, can't really do this. I don't have anywhere I can really set this camera down. I don't have I've got a table over there. I'm not moving that for this purpose. So I'm just gonna do what I can in terms of pulling this out. As we can see, we're getting a lot of these little tiny potatoes which haven't managed to develop, and they wouldn't have developed because there was no energy in that plant anymore, because everything died back on top. So we are seeing a lot of these tiny little guys. We're seeing some decent sized little ones, and I could actually use, I've got a sieve that really I could use, but for the purpose of this video, getting some decent ones here. For this purpose, if I can get my words out, that would help. The purpose of this video, we'll just dig by hand. It's not a huge problem because it helps us find these little guys, and that little guy just fell down there, so I'm not worried about that. But again, considering the size of the bag, that's not a bad haul at all. So I'm pretty happy with that so far, and we're still finding a few little nuggets, so that's not bad at all. Again, lots of these little ones which aren't useful, but overall, even if I don't find any more, I'm pretty happy with what I've got so far. And I might not, because we didn't really go down that deep on this one, so that might be everything. And I'm just gonna really dig for it right now with my hand and see if I see anything. And I think that's everything, because with these ones I put in a little extra layer because I wanted, it was on a cold floor, I wanted a little buffer between the cold. So again, more of these little ones. That's not a bad little harvest from one sack of potatoes there. So give me a moment. I am gonna actually, you know what would be best is I've got another one over there, so let's bring that over here. This one is now done. I could actually use that for something else, maybe some carrots or something. Maybe actually some beets might be good for that. But these guys here, that one's not too bad. These two are quite literally done. So this one's more than likely the worst of the two. So let's give that a try and let's see what we've got. And if you see water dripping during the course of this video, the sweat on my head. It's really a hot day to be doing this, but I've got to do it. So now these might be better because these were a little bit deeper. So I'm gonna rip the tubers out, and yeah, perfect. So it's another one of these potatoes. So guess that one wants to be free. So again, we'll throw the tubers over there, and I'm going to put these in to the garage to cure anyway. The garage is fairly cool considering, but yeah, essentially going to pull all of this out. I'll move that in a bit. So I might do one more bag. No, don't really need to record all of it, but essentially right now just going to give you a feel of where this bag's at. I'm going to empty the other bag in a bit. Going to leave these couple ones here because they've still got some life in them, and then obviously we've got a lot more potatoes that have got a lot more life in them, different varieties. I think this one was the early one, but as we are seeing, we're starting to see some decent ones coming out there now. I'm wondering if this bag might be different because it was a little bit later that it was. Put something right down at the bottom here. Okay, so that's the seed potato right there that we used, and that is done. And as you can see, got some little nuggets around it, so I'll get rid of the seed potato and the organics. That's not too much of a problem. This might be a bust, this bag, because I am not seeing any potatoes, and we've already pulled out, well, we've got a couple, but not too many. We've already got the seed potato out, so yeah, might be a bit of a bust on this one. So I've got another one here that I just threw out a few moments ago, but overall, yeah, maybe the other one was better because it's been alive for a lot longer. Well, no, we are getting a few more little nuggets there. So from 2 bags of potatoes, I'll get a little weight on the screen around about now. It's not an impressive amount, but it's not bad. I'm telling you that much right now. It's not bad at all. And yeah, I think that's quite literally everything apart from this little guy. This one I did plant deeper, so I do need to give it a try, but I think that's it. I think we've got all that we could from that. But again, I'll be going through it, so not too bad. I'll get the tuber out, I'll get the little guys out, and I'll give a little weight of the potatoes on the video, just so you know exactly how much we've got. And then for the rest of the garden, no real harvesting yet. I'm going to be waiting for the sweet potatoes. So these ones I did cut back already, those ones I need to, the ones on the balcony I need to. I am training these to climb, so they are doing a good job. No fruit yet. I do have a beet to harvest there. I have harvested a couple of the early girls and a couple of the Romas. I've got a ton of these pineapple tomatoes, so if these taste good, I am saving the seeds, and I am doing these next year as well. I do have 2 monster loofahs, which is good, and another one that's been eaten a little bit there and I need to protect it. I do have some zucchini, so a nice zucchini there, and another one that's kind of in there as well. The zucchini plant there isn't dead, but it's, sorry, just so hot. It's really not thriving yet. I don't know if it ever will. A couple of cucumbers, as I say, and more tomatoes, so the bumblebee variety here, and then I do need to pull that kale out, spread the seeds a little bit and save some of the seeds, and then get rid of some of these fennel. I'm going to wait for the plants to die back because I don't really need them right now. And then I've got a few of these guys which they look like they're going to be interesting. Hopefully they taste good. So that's really everything. Side of the house I won't go into. There's not really much progress. The sunflowers are getting bigger, but nothing really to show yet. So yeah, that's everything from me for this week. So thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon.